Look, so we're moving on to the last section of the chat, which is your question of the week. So why do I keep hearing that UK subcontract manufacturing industry is so competitive right now?
Okay, yeah, I mean, obviously, so like I said earlier, I speak to quite a few MDs. Now, I'm not talking to the buyers, so this doesn't include anything that a buyer has said to me. This is off of the back of feedback I've got from a few members. And that's when they quote for jobs at the moment, buyers are sometimes expecting really unrealistic pricing. Some people are saying that, well, that job, they couldn't purchase a material cost for. And this goes back to my comments earlier in the previous rounds of questions, which is we're entering markets where we're not just UK against UK anymore. There's been a few systems like Qimtek that have popped up onto the scene. And you don't get to deal directly with any customers. You basically just put work through them, and you're also then going up against companies that are in other countries, Eastern Europe, some in Asia. So what's happening is you're competing, and the buyer's now expecting the UK prices to be very, very similar to those of Asia or Eastern Europe because they're on a bidding platform. I call it the go compare buyer. Yeah, the one that goes, I want to put it here. I'm going to go to the top of the list. I'm going to go to a name that maybe looks good enough. Yeah, and that's really dangerous for our market. And that's why Qimtek is a UK only based market. So when you come to get a job quoted through us, whether you're a buyer, you know that it's going to be from people in the UK. When you're a supplier and you're quoting the jobs, you know that it's going to be up against someone from Lincolnshire, someone from Hampshire, but not somebody from overseas. That's important. And why is that important? Because our engineers need to make the same sort of profit. And it goes back to saying, well, we're the UK, we're engineers. This is why our price is just that little bit higher. We have the high-end tech. We've got the years of experience and so on. We've got engineers that have come through Oxford or wherever, Cranfield or, so that's a big question for me. And I'd really like to know if anybody else has other reasons as to why they think the UK market is becoming more competitive, to be honest. Because I know it isn't just systems like that, but there are other things involved. I'd love to know what that is.
Yeah, perfect. Well, when we post your question of the week on LinkedIn, maybe we can ask that question to the engine room audience. It would be good to hear from people, get their feedback. So yeah, no, I mean, the great thing is like you say, because you're solely UK, there's a certain level of expectation from the buyers, and there's also more of a level playing field where people are needing reliability, quality, turnaround times, as opposed to just finding the lowest price.
Yes, and like some of our successful members, in fact, all of them, they build relationships up through Qimtek, and there's visits that happen. They start to visit each other. That's the kind of relationship that Qimtek is actually trying to form. Look, being frank, if you really do just want something for the cheapest price, you want it tomorrow, fine, you can use these other platforms, absolutely. But if you're a real engineering buyer and you really, really value your supply chain and finding the right people and having some support to do that, then Qimtek can absolutely do that for you.
Perfect. All right.
Pitch number 3, I think.
Yeah, you got a few pitches in there, Dean. I'd expect nothing less from you. Look, thank you ever so much. That was Dean Munkley from Qimtek. Thanks so much for being on the Engine Room.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Cheers, Dean.